When you hear the word instrument, you might think of something like this. Now, could a computer be an instrument? Musicians have been making music on the computer for close to 50 years, and in this video, I want to introduce you to that same technology. Let's get started. So we use the computer to do a number of different things. We use the web browser to go on the internet, we use a word processor to type up our essays, and sometimes we even play video games on our computers. When we make music on our computers, we use a tool called the Digital Audio Workstation, or the DAW. So what does a DAW look like? Let's go check it out. This is our DAW, Soundtrap. It works on both our iPads and our laptops. Let's look at the 5 circular buttons here called the transport. Now, I think all of us are familiar with the first 4 buttons. They're the same ones we use when we listen to music. We have play, stop, go forward, and go backward. Now, let's look at the red button on the left-hand side. This is the record button. When you press the record button, time starts moving and the DAW starts recording audio. When you press stop, the DAW stops recording. The space where we record our audio are called the tracks. For now, we'll define the word track as the number of instruments we want to have in our music. So that means if we want piano and violin in our music, we'll have 2 tracks. If we want drums, bass, and synthesizer, we'll have 3 tracks. You get the idea. To create tracks on Soundtrap, we'll press Add New Tracks and select Voice and Microphones. We'll explore these other options later. On the tracks, we have 4 new controls. Let's go over each one. The first one on the left is the trickiest. This is the Record Enable button. What does that mean? Well, the word record is pretty straightforward. Enable has the word able in it. The Record Enable button is a switch that lets us select which tracks we want to record into. Up next, we have the volume knob. It turns up or down the volume of the track. Pretty simple. After that, we have the solo and the mute button. The mute button mutes or turns off the sound of the track. The word solo means one at a time, meaning when you press the solo button, all the other tracks except for the soloed tracks are muted. Alright, now that we got through all the technical stuff, I think it's time to make some music on the DAW. For this demonstration, I'm gonna have 3 instruments: a guitar, a string instrument called a mandolin, and a clarinet. That means I'm going to have 3 tracks, one for each instrument. The process for creating tracks are the same as earlier. I'm going to tap on Add New Tracks, select Voice and Microphones, and I'm going to do that 2 more times. Let's start off with the guitar. I'm making sure my guitar track is record enabled, and I'll press record. Let's listen to that. I'll move backward and press play. Cool. Now for some mandolin. I'm again making sure my mandolin track is record enabled, and again I'll press record. Now for some clarinet. I'm now record enabling the clarinet track and pressing record. Now that we got all this, let's say I want to listen to my mandolin and my guitar without the clarinet. I'm going to press the mute button for the clarinet track. What if I want to listen to the mandolin only? I'll press the solo button on the mandolin track, and now the guitar and clarinet are muted. And finally, here's what we have all together.